This video is long overdue. As you can tell by the title, which I don't know what it is right now, but it's there. I lost my grandmother, my great-grandmother, that many of you know because I shared her with you here on this channel. She turned 100 years old, and it took me a long time to share her with you here. There are two people I'm really protective over, and that's my mother and my granny. But I did because she turned 100 years old. Now, there's a lot of things that I don't talk to you about here because there's just so much happening. Make sure you guys follow me on Snapchat to be up to date, because even Maya's World, my vlogs that I am way behind on, are on my Snapchat. But let me backtrack. And back in April, I was going through a lot of change and a lot of loss and a lot of stuff, and I just haven't been able to do this. This video is about grief and what do you do when you lose someone. And in the month of April, May, I lost a series of people that were extremely important to me back to back. The first one was my aunt. My aunt lives here in California, and she was kind of like my anchor here. My family, my closest family, because I moved here from New York, but I'm originally from Toronto, where all my family's from. And I had moved here first when I was 18 for about a year, less than a year. And my aunt was really just there for me. And she was an independent woman. She lived by herself. And so when I moved here as an adult a year and a half ago, she was the person I spent time with on Sundays. But she was my rock here. And then a week after she passed, I found out that Prince passed, and I made a video about that. Prince was a mentor to me. I worked with him for about a year, and even though it was very brief, he was one of those people that who plucked me out of thin air and said, I want to work with you. So I already talked about that in a previous video, but then I went to my aunt's funeral. And I did the funeral and everything, and something in me said, you have to go visit your grandmother. So a week after my aunt's funeral, I bought a ticket to fly out to see my granny in Chicago. And I spent a week with her. And it was a little challenging because I was moving from a home office working with one staff to an office here in Los Angeles working with, now we have in-house 5 staff, and I have a team of over 10 people. You guys, family over everything, especially when you get older. I spent time with my granny, and I'm glad I did. I got back, and everything was fine. She was healthy. I did notice she had some breathing problems, and then she would say to me, I don't know how much time I have left. But she's been saying that for years now, and she still drove. She still worked. She lived on a second floor walk-up. She lived on the south side of Chicago, and honestly, this woman is my everything. Growing up as a kid, when you're mixed, I was raised by a Filipino mother, but I'm both Filipino and Black. The first 5 years of your life are so crucial, and for my family to, make fun of me for being different, for being dark, for being Black, it really affected my self-esteem. But instead of hating, what people were making fun of, I was like, well, why do I look different? Why am I different? So I studied a lot about American history. Now, mind you, I'm Canadian living in Canada, and we just didn't have Americans. I didn't know anyone else who was like me. So I studied, and I was really close with my grandmother. She taught me a lot, and I shared all of that with you guys. Not all of it, most of it. she taught me a lot about my history, and because I learned so much about it, I was able to embrace it. I was able to embrace both being African American and being Filipino and living in Canada. So she was extremely important to me in teaching me about my roots. And I had sorry, kid screaming. It was my 4-year anniversary here on YouTube, and I had a big party with you guys here in Los Angeles, and it was so much fun, but it was so much stress. Like, literally my life is back to back, nonstop. There is no downtime. So I threw this big party for you guys, and for me, but it was really for you guys. And the next day I was so exhausted. I was just like, let me just sleep in a little bit. And Hey Fran Hey was over here. And then I get a call informing me that my grandmother passed away. I can't even describe how my brain was going in 1,000,001 miles an hour, but I got a call saying that my granny passed, but I also got the call when they found her body. And I had a police officer asking me all these questions about what to do with the body, and you have to get rid of the body, and these were things that I'm like, what happened and what do I have to do? And I really didn't want to make this video because I really didn't want to cry. But anyways, I don't know what was happening, but automatically my brain was snapped right out of shock and grief to, you have to handle this business. You have to figure out how to move the body. You have to figure out what to do with everything. So I was pretty busy between the time she passed away the following day of my 4-year anniversary. So I bought a ticket to Chicago on Friday, and we planned the funeral on Saturday. But I'm like the queen of staying busy and getting shit done. So like, as soon as I landed, I was like, planning the funeral, organizing, the pastors and what to get on her obituary. And it kept me so busy down to on the day of her funeral. It's just like I went from planning a party to planning a funeral, and it was just like back to back, and it was tripping me out. But the great thing about being in Chicago was I was with my family. I got to spend time with my brother. Greg, I love you. And he's also going through some shit. And then I got to spend some time with my dad, my aunt, and everyone. And I know she's old, but you just don't ever think that, like, someone who's so alive, she's alive and she's happy, is gonna go. What I'm learning, what I continue to learn is, like, life keeps happening. And when I lost her, I was like, please, God, please let this be the last one, because it was third. And then I realized how stupid I sounded. Like, can this be the last what? The last person you lose that God gains, Maya? Stop being so fucking selfish. Because now I'm thinking about my mom. And the truth is, the older you get, and even at your age, it doesn't even matter, but the older you get, the more people you lose. It doesn't stop. The pain doesn't stop. So I had to wrap my head around, you're going to lose your mom at some point. You're going to lose your father, your brother. And you just have to get better at it. And for me, I'm still grieving. I thought I could put this video off until I got better, but it's just, I'm not getting better. I'll be driving happy one second and then bawling my eyes out the next. I don't even know what the point of this video is, but cherish what you have. The world is going through so much right now. There's shootings, and then I can't even talk about these shootings. there's shootings in Orlando, and people were coming at me like, why haven't you said anything? I can't say anything because I'm so, in terms of my heart, like, I know I'm dating, and I'm so fucking grateful. I'm so fucking grateful for all of this and you. And the fact that I have the people I have in my life. But it's just like, if I keep letting these things affect me, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to crack. So, I don't know how to process everything. There's so much pain and suffering in the world. And I'm doing what I can do, which is trying to create and trying to keep moving, because at the end of the day, life is still happening. And there's so much things you guys don't know about when you lose someone in terms of planning a funeral. And I'm going to put links in the description box, but like cremation, burial, tree of life. And the crazy thing is, I had these conversations with her the week before she passed away. And I mean, I knew this forever, but she said she wanted to be cremated. She doesn't want it to be in the ground being eaten by worms. So she was cremated. And she died of a heart attack in her home by herself. And at the end of the day, she lived fully independent. And I'm so blessed to have independent women in my life. Like, I have no shortage of independent women. There are a shortage of loyal, fierce men in my life. But I have my brother, who's an awesome, amazing man. And even he's going through it. What do you do when you lose the people you love? You honor them. I have to celebrate their life with the people that I know. So my mom, she couldn't fly because she has vertigo, but she held a memorial for her in Toronto. I got to reminisce over stories with family members and friends. But the pain doesn't go away. And it's only been a few months, so maybe it'll get better with time. Not maybe, it will. But right now, it's not. And life keeps happening. And it's one thing to another. So I feel like I'm so good at keeping busy that I can't even process. And then, like, right after I got back, my friend Shannon was going through it with these fucking bed bugs. But I like to stay busy, so I was preoccupied with, helping her, like, accommodate her in terms of, like, Shannon, stay with me, girl. You got those bed bugs. But for me, the way I've been coping or grieving is crying. I don't like to cry, but I like to cry. I don't like to right now, but I like to cry alone. And keeping busy. If you are going through it, it will get better. So I've been told. It will get better. I know. I've already been through this before. It will get better. It's just right now, it's just so new. It's life. You have this one life to live. Live it to the fullest, man. My granny lived her life to the fullest. This woman, she went to the bar to drink. And I would have to pick her up because she was too drunk. Thank you, Granny, for being in my life, for teaching me what it means to be a strong, powerful woman, and for having fun. Granny had lots of fun. Thank you guys for just your love and support, especially you guys on Snapchat, like all the kind messages you've been sending. And thank you guys on YouTube. Life is fucking hard and you don't know what people go through. I still have to upload a video. I still have to do this contract. I still have to, like, show up to work. That's fucking life. Spend time with the people that you love. No amount of money or gifts or anything will replace your time. Don't take it for granted. That could be as simple as a call, a visit, and spend time with the people that are old. They're so lonely. If you guys have lost someone, my prayers go out to you. Stay strong. Be around people that are loving and supportive. And just keep going. I gained 3 angels. So thank you, God. watch over them.
Okay. That's for you. Open this. Do you know what it says here?
The White House. Washington.
We are pleased to join your friends and family and wishing you a happy 100th birthday. As we celebrate this extraordinary milestone, we hope you reflect on the many memories you've had over the past century. Your generation has shown the courage to persevere through depression, war, and the vision to broaden our liberties through changing times. We are grateful for your contributions to the American history, and we wish you all the best for the coming year. It's just, it's a birthday card.
Real nice.
I'm gonna frame it though.
Real nice. From the White House. Whew.
And it's signed from President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama.
Oh, wow.